In the world of home recording, your Digital Audio Workstation, DAW, is the heart of your setup. It's the software where the magic happens, from recording vocals and instruments to mixing, mastering, and even composing entire songs. If you're serious about home studio production, mastering your DAW is critical. Whether you're new to home recording or looking to dive deeper into DAW techniques, this guide will help you understand everything about DAWs and how to use them to their full potential. What is a DAW? At its most basic level, a DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, is software designed to record, edit, and produce audio files. Think of it as your studio's brain, controlling every aspect of your audio production. DAWs allow you to record live instruments and vocals, create beats and loops, apply effects, and mix your tracks all in one place. For home studio users, a DAW is essential because it consolidates all your recording and editing tools into one convenient platform. There are many DAWs available today, and each offers its own unique features. Some of the most popular include 1. Ableton Live 2. Pro Tools 3. Logic Pro 4. FL Studio 5. Cubase 6. Studio One 7. Reaper. Each DAW has its strengths and weaknesses, but at their core, they all offer the same essential functions. Understanding how a DAW works and mastering its tools will take your recording and production skills to the next level. The basic structure of a DAW. To truly understand how a DAW works, you need to grasp its fundamental components. Though each DAW might present its tools differently, they generally share these key features. 1. Track view. This is where you'll spend most of your time. Tracks allow you to layer different audio recordings, MIDI sequences, or loops to create your song. You can visualize each element on its own lane, making it easy to manage complex arrangements. 2. Mixer. The mixer window emulates a hardware mixing console, giving you control over levels, panning, and effects. This is where you blend your tracks together, balancing everything to create a cohesive sound. 3. Piano roll, MIDI editor. If you work with MIDI instruments, the piano roll is your canvas. It allows you to edit MIDI notes, modify velocities, and adjust timing for software instruments like virtual pianos, synths, or drums. 4. Transport controls. The transport bar contains basic controls like play, stop, record, and the metronome. These are the tools you'll use to start, stop, or loop sections of your project during recording and playback. 5. Effects rack. Every DAW features a system for adding effects like compression, EQ, reverb, and delay. You can insert these effects on individual tracks, groups, or the master bus, shaping your sound during the mixing process. 6. Plugins. Plugins are third-party software tools that extend the functionality of your DAW. These can range from virtual instruments like pianos and synthesizers to specialized effects units like compressors or limiters. Understanding how to use plugins effectively will dramatically improve your production quality. 7. The timeline. The timeline is where your project takes shape. It's the horizontal display where you arrange your audio and MIDI clips, allowing you to create the flow of your song. The right DAW for your needs. If you're new to DAWs, the number of options can be overwhelming. Here's a breakdown of some of the most popular DAWs and what makes each unique. 1. Ableton Live. Ableton Live is perfect for both live performance and studio recording. It's widely used in electronic music because of its powerful MIDI capabilities and seamless loop-based production workflow. If you're into beat making, electronic composition, or want to perform live, Ableton is hard to beat. 2. Pro Tools. Pro Tools is considered the industry standard for recording studios worldwide. It excels in audio recording, editing, and post-production. While it's great for professional engineers, its learning curve can be steep for beginners. However, its recording capabilities are unmatched. 3. Logic Pro. If you're a Mac user, Logic Pro is one of the best DAWs available. It's easy to use and loaded with stock plugins, virtual instruments, and loops, making it a great all-in-one solution for home studio producers. Logic Pro is ideal for everything from songwriting to full-scale production. 4. FL Studio. FL Studio is a favorite among beat makers, hip-hop producers, and EDM artists. It's known for its simplicity and drag-and-drop interface, making it a good choice for beginners. FL Studio's step sequencer is particularly useful for quick beat making. 5. Cubase. Cubase is a versatile DAW that's great for both MIDI production and traditional recording. It offers a wide range of features that appeal to both beginners and professionals. It's especially popular among film composers and those who work with large MIDI-based projects. 6. Studio One. Studio One is another all-in-one DAW that's easy to learn but powerful enough for professional use. It offers a smooth workflow for recording, mixing, and mastering and is highly customizable. 7. Reaper. If you're on a budget, Reaper is a fantastic option. It's a lightweight but fully functional DAW that offers extensive customization. Though it lacks some of the built-in sounds and effects of more expensive DAWs, Reaper's affordability makes it an attractive choice. Getting started with your DAW. Once you've chosen your DAW, it's time to get started. Though the specifics may vary, there are some universal steps for setting up and working with any DAW. Step 1. Setting up your audio interface. Before you can begin recording, you'll need to configure your audio interface. The interface is the bridge between your instruments, microphones, and your DAW. Here's how to set it up. 1. Install the appropriate drivers for your interface. 2. Connect your interface to your computer via USB, Thunderbolt, or FireWire. 3. Open your DAW and navigate to the audio settings or preferences menu. 4. Select your audio interface as the input and output device. 5. Set the buffer size. A lower buffer size reduces latency, the delay between playing a note and hearing it in your DAW, but can cause glitches if your computer is underpowered. A higher buffer size reduces glitches but increases latency, A good starting point is 128 or 256 samples. Step 2. Configuring inputs and outputs. After you've set up your interface, you'll need to configure your inputs and outputs. This tells your DAW where to send and receive audio. For example, if you have a microphone plugged into input 1 on your interface, you'll need to route that input to an audio track in your DAW. 1. Create a new audio track in your DAW. 2. Set the input of the track to match the input on your audio interface, e.g., input 1 for your microphone. 3. Enable monitoring, so you can hear the signal through your speakers or headphones while recording. 4. Set the track's output to your interface's main output, usually stereo out. Step 3. Recording your first track. Now that your interface is set up, you're ready to record. The recording process is fairly straightforward. 1. Arm the track you want to record on by clicking the Record Enable button. 2. Set your levels by adjusting the input gain on your interface. Make sure your signal peaks between 18 to 12 dBFS to avoid clipping. 3. Press record on the transport bar and start playing or singing. 4. Once you've finished recording, press stop, and your take will appear as a waveform on the track. Step 4. Editing and arranging your track. Editing is where you begin shaping your raw recordings into a song. Each DAW offers a variety of tools for editing audio and MIDI. Here are a few basic editing techniques. 1. Cutting and trimming. Use the cut tool to remove unwanted sections of audio. Trimming allows you to adjust the start and end points of your recordings. 2. Crossfades. If you're splicing two audio clips together, applying a crossfade will create a smooth transition between them, avoiding pops and clicks. 3. Quantization. If your timing is a bit off, you can quantize your MIDI recordings to snap the notes to a grid. This is especially useful for drums or electronic instruments. 4. Comping. When recording vocals or instruments, it's common to do multiple takes. Comping lets you choose the best sections from each take and combine them into one perfect performance. MIDI. In DAWs, one of the most powerful features of a DAW is its ability to work with MIDI. MIDI, Musical Instrument Digital Interface, allows you to control virtual instruments within your DAW, enabling you to create music without ever touching a physical instrument. Here's how MIDI works in your DAW. 1. Create a new MIDI or instrument track. 2. Choose a virtual instrument, e.g., a synthesizer, piano, or drum machine. 3. Open the piano roll or MIDI editor. 4. Draw in notes with your mouse or record them using a MIDI controller, such as a keyboard. 5. Edit the notes by changing their pitch.